Hi everybody, welcome to SMB Growth Seminar. We saw in the previous module how e-commerce can be used very effectively for generating growth for your organization. In this case study, we are going to take through one of our clients who with zero knowledge of e-market knowledge, e-commerce knowledge, how he transformed himself into using the e-commerce for generating business for himself. So this is a practical case study what we did for one of our clients. Now let me take you through the case study. The client background is from Bangalore. He is into precision parts. He is there for quite long time since 1994, supplying mostly to OEMs, and 100% of the revenue when we started the exercise was coming through in a very traditional manner by supplies to OEM. Traditional organization, but there was aim to diversify and do business in a different way. So there was a very positive thing with this client of ours. Now, what was the as is business situation? What was the problem statement? Right? The client came with a new product line. Okay, they were always been producing machined component, precision component. But now this time, their R&D team came with a new product line. It's a LPG safety device, which we thought it would be better if sold through B2C or D2C. So that is the best way instead of the traditional method of doing it. Anybody can guess why? Because you are all there doing our concept video on the e-commerce in the previous presentation. It is better to go through either B2C and D2C, but not directly in a traditional way of selling the products. What do you think? Okay, let me explain why we decided to go through B2C or D2C. See, this LPG safety device is the first time it's entering into the market, and the target customer is the housewife to start with. So it is not fair if you go to direct say we are having a retail shop, because there is no brand name as of this moment. When we started the project, nobody knew about the safety device. You cannot open a shop, you cannot sell it to a traditional retail market route because the market was not clear. The target customer being housewives most of the time, we are not sure that is the right way. We thought it is better to go through e-commerce because most of the youngsters and the housewives as well as the ladies now, they all use e-commerce route. That is the best way for increasing the visibility of this particular product is what was our advice. And other important thing is they never had any previous experience on e-commerce platform. So that was the as-is business situation when we started. But we wanted to go through e-commerce platform. Of course, the team were also not trained. Not only they had no experience, but they were not trained also in the e-commerce business. So there was a change required. But we thought the time was right to make use of e-commerce route. Now, what is the solution proposed? We didn't immediately jump into e-commerce. We went through step by step as we normally do. One of the first thing we did was training. Training was very, very important because they had never been used to marketing their product through e-commerce route. Now, the team needed to be trained on how to manage the e-commerce business, right? So, what we did was we shortlisted suitable sales and technical teams from the team. We shortlisted a few of them. Some technical teams were also required, which I'll come why they are required. Training imparted to the teams on e-commerce finer point. There are a lot of finer points in e-commerce, which of course we'll go through in a growth mindset. Your checklist, growth checklist will have a lot of these points, which will encourage you to come with the points also. There are a lot of finer points. It's not like a traditional sale. In the e-commerce, you are looking to smaller fine prints. And the task list were prepared with a timeline for each individual. What are the tasks to be done by each person and what is the timeline for each person. Teams are also trained in creating B2C profile, product catalog, etc. Because these are all required if you have to do business through e-commerce, right? So now you know where product catalog means you need the technical team. So technical team need to be involved in creating product catalog, which need to be uploaded in the e-commerce platform. Now, budget was also allocated because some money need to be spent. So these were the preparatory action in the training that was given to the team. Now, identify suitable platform and onboarding. See, this is very important, especially suitable. I made into bold letter. What is suitable? Remember, again, going back into concept videos, we discussed in depth on how to choose the right platform. What is the right e-commerce platform? So that was really discussed in depth. Several platforms are evaluated. There are several platforms are available. So we finalized one with a lot of brainstorming to choose the right platform. Again, to bring to your once again, thinking back on what we discussed, it depends on the product, depends on your target customer, depends on the price points, depends on which segment you want to reach, depends on which territory you want to go, whether you are addressing to B2B or you are addressing to housewife. Based on all these things, we finalize the platform. Now, as we said, all the points which are discussed earlier in the concept video and in this particular presentation, they were all considered. Price points, discount structure, fees, everything finalized. Teams are also coached on how to manage inventory. It's a little bit different animal, right? When you are working through e-platform, your inventory management, logistics, you have to tie up with the e-commerce platform, and then you have to work out what is the logistics. Again, that needed some handholding and training. We also helped them to identify a service agency. We shortlisted one to enable multiple marketplace listings. See, yes, in the similar B2B or similar D2C, there are many platforms available, right? So we had to deal with all of them together. So instead of our clients struggling with talking to each one of them, there are several agencies. We tied up with one agency who did all this task for our client. Now coming back to what was the focus on? What did we focus on actually? We focused on uploading good product pictures. Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. I can't be telling it again and again. Very, very important. Just see the picture here. I mean, just an example of what can be a good picture, what cannot be a good picture. On the left side, you see it's not a professional picture. You can't be using your mobile phone and take some picture and upload into your e-commerce platform, which will be very shabby way of working. So we went for good product pictures. And no hiccups on checkout as well as the payment process. This is very important, right? When the customer comes into the platform, he chooses your product, but he also expects the payment process to be customer friendly and user friendly. So this was also checked up with the e-commerce platform, and information is available to customers on how to complain, how to give feedback. This is what many customers expect. They want to complain, they want to compliment. There has to be a way how the customer can do all these things. This customer feedback and customer communication channels were also made clear. Yes, very importantly, branding and product visibility. See, not only product, the branding also must be visible, so that over a period of time it can go to other platform or other methods of marketing also. And product visibility, there are many methods of how to improve the product visibility in the e-commerce. Those steps were also discussed. So importantly here, focus was on to enhance the customer experience. This is very important. Customer experience when he is in the e-commerce platform plays a very crucial role in success of the product. Now, having finalized which is the e-commerce platform one is going to work with, normally the question will come, what are the onboarding formalities? There are many checklists which again the growth checklist will try to address, but in short, these are the formalities we made the client to be very clear and made sure that it is done. It is login access detail was given to single point of contact who will be having access and login access within our client's terms and conditions signed off. Please look into the minor aspects. When e-commerce platform gives you terms and conditions, please go through the fine prints. Make sure that all terms and conditions are acceptable and it is understood by you before signing off. Third thing would be all pending points cleared. The platform representative was called. Many legal points were there, many logistic points were there. They all were cleared off before we signed off. So these are all part of onboarding of the company into e-commerce platform. Uploading of photos, catalogs, price, where what should come, we saw what type of photos to be chosen. Payment option. Nowadays customers require all types of payment options, right? You can't tell it can be only say card. You have to give UPI, you have to give card. There can be multiple payment modes which all have to be entered into the platform and then go live. There are so many other smaller nitty-gritty things, but these are the broader things which we need to be checked while onboarding. So you are going live. So we did this. So there was never hurry through this process because it involves customer experience, because each of these things may affect customer experience. So we took enormous care to make sure every point is ticked off before we moved on. There was never hurry, but we went agile, but it was never with a hurry. Now, this is one-time activity. So how to convert it into a system? So we made sure that the client made the process for the future use, for recruitment of the right people for this task, because e-commerce need a different ball game and it needs people with a different training. So how to choose the right personnel, right e-commerce platform, how to create the catalogs, proper catalogs and proper with photograph, how to create comparison chart between various e-commerce platforms, how to go through the terms and condition, and how to handle the customer feedbacks and complaints in an effective way. The whole intention is the the success should be duplicated and it should not be a one-time effort. That was our intention in training our client. Now, did all this provide result? Yes, indeed, it provided result. Immediate traction was visible on the customers or my client's website. There was a increase in traffic by more than 50% within about couple of months from uploading this. More than 1,000 plus inquiries were resulted within a month, which is a very good hit rate, and conversion rate of about 40% achieved. We consider this success conversion rate to be very good. Being a new company with a new product, there was a success rate. And the immediate improvement was seen the visibility and in numbers. See, one is the brand visibility. The brand must be visible in many regions. One important thing is this product was being bought in several regions. It is not like it is launched from, say, Bangalore and it is visible only in Karnataka. So people from Mumbai, people from Nagaland, people from North, anywhere people can see this product and orders were coming. That is one beautiful aspect of using e-commerce route for the business. Now, what are the lessons you can take away? Number one, it is never too late to go for e-commerce route. Never too late. And the time is ripe. We saw why also. Time is ripe for any business to consider going to e-commerce route. Choose the right platform. Very, very important. Right platform for the right product. As we saw, preparation is the key, and we went through what are the preparations required. And never forget to make your customer extremely happy. His experience is very, very important. Right product details and payment experience plays a critical role in this whole e-commerce route. E-commerce can offer a level playing field. Remember our very first presentation, technology can make a level playing field even for SMEs. You can compete with anybody in the e-commerce. That is what our client found out. And thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. For any implementation support and handholding, contact me. I am Dr. Balamurugan. My number is given, my email ID is given, my website details are given. Looking forward to listen from you soon. Thank you so much.